Who did you suspect of putting some in your drink?
My cousin's husband.
Why do you think he did that?
Because he had a secret. Well, he had a crush on me. Like, he always tried to touch me and stuff when I was over their house visiting.
Doesn't even like dudes. Right? But which I don't believe that. I believe you do like dudes.
I mean, I do, but it's just like they be tripping. Like, I don't know. Look.
Is it them or is it you? Young Thug post you on his Insta. What's your Insta?
My Instagram at the time was Cuban Dog 24/7.
Why do you think that all of y'all ended up in this homeless situation? Like, if you could reverse engineer it and try to figure out what happened. How much of this is on the mental illness?
What you mean?
Inevitably, there's going to be some sucker that's going to reach out to you and going to want to change your life or something like that. What is your response to that guy? What's up, YouTube? Marcus IRL, my new channel, a behind the scenes peek into my life as a dad, a content creator, and a man. Make sure you subscribe, turn on post notifications, because I'm gonna be going live and you never know what you might see. So go subscribe now. Marcus IRL. Also, you want to see me get beat up? It's on the first episode of Atlanta Street Boxing. Go check it out now, and if you like it, subscribe. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day. I'm a little tired, but we good. All right, so are you homeless?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so how old are you?
30.
30? And so how long have you been homeless?
Going on, this is the second year.
Okay, and so what was to happen 2 years ago or, one and so half years ago that caused you to become homeless?
Okay, well, I'm mental health, and my sister asked me to leave my apartment that the government was paying for to move with her and my mom for us to get closer. And I moved with her, and all she did was argue with me and try to fight me.
How long was you there before, you had to get out or whatever?
I was there for like almost 6 months.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many years apart are you and your sister?
I'm 30, she's 36 or 37.
Okay, so she's your older sister.
Yeah.
What were y'all arguing and fighting about?
Okay. Basically, I found out I was Muslim when I was 25.
You found out you was what?
Muslim.
Muslim, okay.
Yeah.
You say you found out that you was Muslim?
Yeah, my dad told me late.
Okay.
So basically, my other sister that put me out, she found out she wasn't Muslim and tried to use me.
Y'all have the same dad?
Yeah, my dad Muslim.
Well, why was she not Muslim but you're Muslim?
That's what I'm questioning the world right now.
Okay. So we're going to figure this out. What is the mental illness diagnosis?
I'm paranoid schizophrenic due to somebody putting something in my drink. Or a family member putting something in my drink.
A family member?
Yeah.
What age did that happen?
You said what?
What age were you when that happened?
I was 25.
25?
25, yeah.
Okay. So look, let's do this real quick.
Yeah.
We're going to walk down here real quick because the music is going to kind of mess it up a little bit. All right, so we'll walk and talk, though.
All right.
Okay, so you was 25, so that was about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Who did you suspect of putting some in your drink?
My cousin's husband.
Why do you think he did that?
Because he had a secret. Well, he had a crush on me. Like, he always tried to touch me and stuff when I was over their house visiting. And it all started when I started to rap on Instagram.
Okay.
And he noticed it, and it's like his touching got worse. So I was just sitting there one day after the rapper Young Thug posted me on his Instagram for rapping. Okay,
we can go right here. Matter of fact, we can come over here. You can come over here. So Young Thug, you can come like right over here. That way we don't want these folks to come through and run us over. All right, so Young Thug posted you on his Insta. What's your Insta?
My Instagram at the time was Cuban Dog 24/7.
Cuban Dog?
24/7.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a lot going on here. How long had your, you say sister's husband?
No, my cousin's husband.
Your cousin's husband.
Yeah.
How long had your cousin's husband been touching you or whatever?
Since I was 14.
Since you was 14?
He been trying to touch me, like, sexually.
So we're going to talk about that. So, all right. So it's been 2 years. Do your mom and your sister know that you're homeless?
My mom is homeless with me now, due to this year.
Well, wasn't she staying with the sister or whatever?
She was staying with my sister. Yeah, she was staying with my sister. Somehow she got homeless and came and found me.
Well, where's your sister?
Indicator. In her mother's-in-law apartment.
Okay, so everybody's homeless right now.
She got kicked out of the apartment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know why she got kicked out?
No. But I'm a priest in Ifa and a priest in Santeria.
Okay, okay. So wait, so are you Ifa or are you Muslim?
I chose to be Ifa because I got picked on in middle school for being light skinned.
You got picked on?
I got picked on.
In our community, light skin has privilege. Come on
That's
now.
what I said. But I didn't go by that, growing up.
Okay, so and did you grow up around here?
Yeah, I did.
All right, so we're gonna talk. Do you have any kids?
I have a 14-year-old.
14-year-old. Okay, so yeah, we got a lot to talk about. We're gonna break all this down. All right, so have you ever been married?
No.
Okay.
I've been proposed to a couple times.
I'm sure you're a pretty girl. So, all right, so let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from?
I'm from the west side of Atlanta.
You from the west side?
Yes.
Man, west side, best side. Hey man, shout out that west side. Shout out them thugs, man. Throw them dubs up all day, man. Shout out the west side. I was just on the west side a couple nights ago. Anyway, all right. So growing up on the west side, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
No.
Okay.
My dad was in prison until I was 14 years old.
So he was 14.
Yeah.
Okay, and so growing up, you mom and it sounds like sister.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you say you had like a fairly normal childhood? No?
No.
Tell me about it.
My dad was on drugs in New York.
Okay.
He was in prison he got sent to prison the day I was born.
Okay, wow. So he wasn't there. Did you like do normal stuff like activities and things like that?
I was a majorette.
Majorette in high school?
Middle school.
Middle school? Okay. So did you end up going to high school?
Yes, I did.
Okay, graduated?
I wasn't able to graduate due to my son.
Okay, so yeah, because you had a son sound like around 16?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to talk about all that. The father of your son, is he around your age or is he older?
He's probably like 2 years older than me.
Okay, so close enough to your age. Okay. All right, so it sounds like a lot was going on. I'm gonna go ahead and ask, when you were younger, did anything like ever happen or anything like that?
Yeah, I got shot at.
Okay.
By him.
By
My child's father.
You got shot at?
For being beautiful, actually.
Okay.
Seriously.
What was his reason why he shot at you?
We were broken up, and I came to either pick up my son or drop my son off, and he didn't like the way I looked that day. He shot at me.
Okay, but he didn't hit you.
No,
like he didn't shoot you. Okay.
He tried to shoot me in the foot.
Okay. I was asking, did anything like any type of sexual abuse or anything like that ever happen?
No, that didn't happen until last year.
Oh, you say last year?
Last year.
What
Some
happened?
random dude just attacked me.
Well, what do you mean?
He sexually attacked me. He told me to take my clothes off.
And like R-worded you? R-word is...
Yeah.
Okay.
He tried his best, but I fought him, so he didn't win the fight.
Okay, so he didn't get as far as penetrating?
Right.
But you say he was basically trying to take your clothes off?
He was I walked in the house, he was naked. But I didn't realize it until I got by the
Whose
stairs.
house was it?
Well, come to find out, he was living in an abandoned apartment, but it had electricity in it. So he was making it as his own.
And you were living with him?
I was staying there. He was
Okay.
acting like a nice gentleman at first. And then out of nowhere, one day I walked in there. He opened the door, but he was hiding behind the door. And when I got to the stairs, something told me to turn around. I turned around, and he was naked. And then I got up the stairs, and he was like, take all your clothes off. And I was just like, what the fuck?
How long had y'all been in this
Knowing each
arrangement?
other?
Not knowing each other. How long had y'all been living with each other, essentially?
Not even... Okay, the first time he had a different apartment. He was staying with somebody. He said I couldn't stay there that long. And then the second time, it was like a week. And then
Okay.
that happened. Yeah.
He never gave you any indication that he wanted any type of romantic?
No.
No?
Never.
Okay. I get it. But I always question young ladies when they say that, because it's like, come on now, we're grown. We know how it is. We know
he
that.
wasn't my type or anything. You know
Well, I
what I'm
get it,
saying?
but if he was giving you something,
Right.
you know, you got to know that he may want
I mean,
something in
that's what I
return,
was
right?
thinking in the back of my head.
Mhm.
But when it all happened, it didn't come off as like that. He was like trying to treat it as like a gang thing or something.
Gang thing?
Yeah.
Like a gang initiation or something?
Yeah. Like he was trying to gang me or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Because you said that your cousin's husband had been touching you since you was how old?
14.
Right. So why didn't you consider that when I asked you, like, did anything ever happen or whatever?
Because he didn't, like, you know how he took it as, he tried to put it as, like he was, like, wrestling with me. You get it? Like, playful. Like, but
Okay.
he know what type of person I am.
Okay.
And I don't play like that. You know what I'm saying? But he had got me, like, on the bunk bed or whatever, and then, like, stayed on top of me for too long. And then, like, when I tried to move him, he, like, acted as if he didn't want to move.
Okay.
And then I pushed him, and then he moved.
I get it.
And he moved.
If he were to happen to come across this video, would he be upset or frustrated with you
Probably.
saying that?
Probably.
Okay.
I
So
wouldn't care though.
I get it. Right. So, okay. So, all right. So, So you end up in, because you had the baby at 16. When did you like lose your virginity or whatever?
When I was like 14, 15.
Okay, so you've been having sex for like a year or two or so before you got pregnant.
Well, when I lost my virginity, I didn't continue to have sex after.
Okay.
It was like years later.
Okay, so that was just like a one-time thing.
I got pregnant by
what do you
somebody
think made you stop doing it, like when you started?
What you mean, sex?
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying, you did it that one time and then had a big gap in between.
Because the way they treated me.
How? Tell me about it.
They try to make it a rumor.
A rumor? What do you mean?
Like around the hood.
That you had sex with him?
Yeah. He tried to make it seem like we just, like, I don't know, like he just had sex with me multiple times, and it wasn't. It was just one time.
Okay,
So they tried to spread a rumor saying I was a hoe or something, and I wasn't.
Okay, so that made you withdraw from it or whatnot like that. Okay, I got you.
They made me never want to have sex again.
Never want to have sex again?
That's what it made me feel.
Well, I get it, but I mean, like a year and change later, you had sex, right?
I mean, that's because my first love came back to my life.
Okay, and that's
the
the okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Is he, and he's still like who does the kid live with right now? Who does you?
My dad's auntie.
Okay.
I mean, not my dad auntie, but my son's dad auntie.
Okay. The auntie of the dad.
Yeah.
Got you. How often do you get to see him?
I mean, I can see him, but right now I don't want him seeing me like this because I know my child. It'll break him down. He's a mama's boy. So he knows of the situation. He wants to live with me and be on the streets with me, but I don't want him on the street with me because of his situation growing up.
I get that. You want him to have stability.
Yeah.
But as far as just seeing them, like...
I mean, I seen them last year. It's just, I be coming in contact with stupid shit. Like, men be trying to fight me. Like, it's stupid.
You're like 100 pounds.
Right.
What do you mean men are trying to fight you?
They try to fight me. I don't know what it is, but they be trying to fight me.
Well, are they trying to fight you or you trying to fight them?
Them trying to fight me because I don't like them.
Okay, so...
Literally, they want me to like them in a way where they want to like me, like a relationship. And I'm not that. I'm a tomboy.
I can tell.
You know what I'm
the
saying?
energy is bouncing off of
yeah, like I'm a tomboy, so it's like.
So what type of guys do you like?
Right now, I don't like dudes right now. After that situation that happened to me, I chose to like females.
The situation that you were talking about where you got attacked?
Yeah.
Okay, and was that guy like was he older or whatever?
Yeah.
Hey man, I appreciate you, boss. Yes sir. All right, he just giving me some love. You say he was an older guy?
Yeah.
Okay, so why do you think, because why would you leave your apartment that we know how hard it is to...
I questioned it too. Like, it was like, based off my son being disabled, they gave me like a program apartment. So I really, like, me and my sister had already fell out, and she was trying to make it seem like she was trying to rekindle the flame with us being sisters or whatever.
But why can't you rekindle it in your own place?
I don't know. That's what I was trying to figure out. But she asked me to move, so I moved. You know what I'm saying?
I don't get that.
And then there was a lot of drama in the apartments where I stayed at. A lot of people died out there. Like, literally, in my doorstep.
What apartments was you staying in?
Lower Parker on Highway 85.
Okay, so out there in Riverdale?
Yeah.
Oh, Riverdale, where I rain hell for a couple years. Probably don't know that. All right, so anyway. Okay, so, because that was a really bad move.
Yeah.
So, like, what are we doing now to...
Everything.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So what are we doing now to get ourselves out of this situation?
Right now, my mom just got out of hospital today from having heart surgery.
So she's down bad for real.
Yeah, she's out here with me. And
why do you think that all of y'all ended up in this homeless situation? Like, if you could reverse engineer it and try to figure out what happened.
My son's dad is E5 or Santeria, and when he became E5 and Santeria, he told me if I was to ever leave him, he was going to do voodoo on me. And I believe he did. Because everything just started going wrong out of nowhere.
Well, listen, and I'm not one to, like, dismiss people's beliefs and stuff like that, but I also am not one to just give people control over my life like that.
Me neither.
Well, but you're doing it by even acknowledging that it may have had some effect like that.
I went and got a reading and they told me that's what he did.
So did they tell you how to get rid of it?
Yeah, I did. I got rid of it.
Okay, so...
But I told my sister about it way before I got rid of it. And she's still going along with it as if it's still there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so is any of this, how much of this is on the mental illness?
What you mean?
Like, in other words, like even like when you said earlier, and it caught me, but I didn't address it then. But you said earlier that that you found out that you was Muslim.
Yeah.
Right? That's an odd statement to say.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, my granddad was a child of the dead. He was born with a veil over his eyes.
Okay.
So he could see the dead and stuff.
Okay.
And when I got paranoid schizophrenia, he gave me the gift. And my dad somehow came to me and told me that. And I went by it. Then I got locked up and they told me that.
What'd you get locked up for? And how long was you locked up for?
Trying to fight this girl.
And how long was you locked up for?
For like 3 months.
Trying to fight a girl?
She lied on the report.
And said what?
She said I hit her, but I didn't hit her. Or she said I tried to attack her kids or something. I don't know. She said something stupid.
What was y'all getting into it about?
She didn't like me. She just didn't like me. She didn't like me as a person. Like, I don't know.
So let me ask, how much of this is on you? Because I'm not hearing like an accountability thing, right?
I mean, she didn't like the fact that I was using the fact that I was mental health, basically.
That you was what?
Mental health. I kept telling her, stop bothering me because I'm mental health.
Right.
And she didn't like it, so she provoked me to slap her. She just kept doing shit for me to, like...
And did you slap her?
Yeah. I eventually slapped her. So,
Okay.
bitch, get the fuck off of me. Move. You and your kids need to get the fuck out my face before I slap them.
Okay. So this is what I call one of those cases where you see a young lady, and like I say, you are definitely a cutie.
Thank you.
Okay? But boy, you better watch out. Okay? Because
serious.
for one, she's not gonna like you because she doesn't even like dudes.
Right.
Right? But which I don't believe that. I believe you do like dudes.
I mean, I do, but it's just
like,
they be tripping. Like, I don't know. Look.
is it them or is it you?
It ain't me. It's definitely not me. Like, I guess I come off as a flirt, and they think that they can just go ham with that. Like, I don't know. They think they just grab me or some shit.
So what type of things do you do, or do you come off that a lot of guys, I guess...
Polite. I'm just polite.
Well,
and I feel like can't nobody change that.
Well, polite is one thing, but because I haven't gotten any flirty vibes from you.
Right.
Right? So what is the flirty vibes the guys are saying that you get?
It's
that you
like,
give off?
I grew up in the hood, so it's like they be liking the hood part of me. But it don't come out every day. I have multiple personality disorders, so it don't come out every day or all day. You know what I'm saying? It come out when it come out.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm always interested in asking the ladies that have the face tattoos, why the face tattoos?
So I was living with an African person, right? And she told me she was gonna make me broke for the rest of my life. So that's what made me get this. Like, it's a religion tattoo.
Okay.
I prayed to my religion and got it.
Well,
yeah.
but do you understand how some people are gonna look at that and be like, that doesn't make
And
any
then I
sense.
believe I made the money, so yeah.
Well, okay,
And I'm
but
part Irish, so that's another reason why.
part Irish?
Yeah.
Okay, I see that you got like the finer grade of hair or whatever. Looks like you
And I
might be
got picked
somewhat
on for being
biracial.
red, so I put red in my hair.
Is one of your parents not black?
Yeah.
Which
He's
one?
black and Irish.
Okay, and that's your dad?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you and so your dad, was he like pretty much non-existent growing up, or?
He only called on the phone.
And so what effect do you think that had on you?
I didn't have like that feeling of safety, basically. So I grew up acting like a boy because I couldn't call him my dad. And I don't have no brothers, so.
Have you ever told him that you feel like that?
Yeah, and it broke him down.
That was his response? He broke down?
Yeah, he cried. I told him to stop talking to me.
Okay. If your older sister would happen to come across this video on YouTube, what do you think her thoughts and her reactions to this whole
She would be
interview?
like, that bitch lying.
What would she say you're lying about?
Everything I said, for no reason.
Well, are you?
Nope. I have no reason to lie. I lie.
Okay, so because, why would she just say that then? Like, in other words, if...
She's a hater. She's mad because Young Thug posted me on his Instagram.
How long ago was that, though?
2020 or 2021.
That was
She's
years
still
ago.
Mad. She's still fucking mad.
So if I go on his Instagram right now and scroll all the way down...
Is you gonna see that picture?
Uh-huh.
No, but I can try to find that picture and show you.
Okay, deal.
I was up in life, I would say. I was real good in life right then.
And so tell me, what was life like then at that point?
I was driving for Amazon, so I was starting my own clothing line. And yeah, I had got a loan.
So you had steady money,
Yeah.
you had your dream and your hustle that you was trying to do and everything else.
And one day I just woke up different.
You just woke up different.
Yep. After
What do you think?
Put that stuff in my drink.
And you say this was your cousin's husband.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, do you think he was trying to? You say he's what too?
He saw it too. Like he saw the picture on Young Thug's page because everybody's like, "Oh my God, they posted you."
But why would he just put something in your drink? Was he trying to?
Weird.
But was he trying to like do something to you sexually or whatever?
He was trying to fuck up my mind so that I would fall for him one day and possibly be his slave. I believe he was in a cult or some shit and tried to make me a part of it.
Is it possible? I'm just gonna ask. Is it possible that he didn't put something in your drink?
No, he put something in my drink. I saw it.
Well, why'd you drink it if you saw it?
No, I didn't. It's like, okay. It's like, how what I remember, I saw something floating in my drink and I asked my cousin. And she fixed the drink, right? And I went to the bathroom and I said, watch my drink. But her husband, she don't even pay attention to him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I left my drink there and then I drank the other drink. And that's when I just started feeling like my brain, it felt like my brain was moving. Like literally, it felt like my brain was floating in my head.
Okay.
And then I got up and I left and I went home and I didn't feel good. And then all of a sudden I told my mom and I was like, I need to go to the hospital. And I went to the hospital and they said it was something in my blood.
What did they say was in there?
Like fentanyl or some shit.
Well, or some shit. See, that's what makes the story sound.
No, the reason I said some shit.
I feel like you would know like exactly what was in there.
No, I got in a car accident. And the car flipped over and I hit my head. Like it flipped over multiple times and I hit my head. So my memory is not completely all the way there. Okay. They fade sometimes.
I get it. I get it.
I grew to adapt to the shit. If you know what I mean. I don't really tell people that because they can probably use it against me.
Right. I get that. Okay, well, listen, miss. I mean, so what are we doing to try to get out of this position?
Right now it's kind of hard because my mom's got a hospital and she's with me, and I can't move. You know what I'm saying?
Are y'all just out here on the block?
Yeah, I can't move.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Well, I ain't scared. I'm nervous that if I take her like up the street or some shit, she gonna get tired and pass out or something. Literally, she had a wound from her throat to her fucking stomach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Inevitably, there's going to be some sucker that's going to reach out to you and going to want to change your life or something like that. What is your response to that guy or guys? Because like I say, you're definitely a cutie.
I mean, if he willing to help me actually fix myself, we're going to have a talk. Like a long, deep talk. And probably go to church. And if he don't want to go to church, then I'm not going to go.
Well, now, you done named 3 different religions.
I'm just saying.
You Muslim, you Ifa, and then church.
I've been a certain religion since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But I'm of age to pick my own religion. And I chose to go Ifa. But that doesn't mean I'm not Muslim or Catholic or Santeria.
It doesn't?
No. Ain't nobody take that off but a priest.
Okay. All right. I'm learning something new, so no worries. Well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you taking the time answering all of our questions. If anybody out there wanted to reach out, help, or donate, you have a way for them to do that? They have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
My social media, dang, I don't remember my name right now.
Well, what's your Facebook? You know your name.
I don't have Facebook right now. I literally just got a phone, so.
Okay, well, what's your Instagram?
I can't remember it. I literally
What's your name, sweetie?
Naja.
Naja what?
Jefferson.
Naja Jefferson,
Like
okay.
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay,
like
so, Naja Jefferson. And do you have Cash App?
I do not.
No?
No.
Where's your phone?
It's on the charger. For some reason, Cash App don't work for me. I don't know why. It doesn't work. I swear to God, every time I try to log into it,
all right, because this video is probably going to go up tonight, so I'm going to leave my number with you, and hopefully you can get it to me before the video, before I edit it. Okay? Like, go ahead and create one real quick so that, you know, just in case.
I can try, but I doubt if it works.
Well, I can tell you that based on your colorful hair and your pretty face, I'm sure that it's going to get a certain number of views no matter what. So if I were you, I would try to get that going, just in case, okay? All right, well, listen, miss, we really appreciate you, like I say. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, all right? Make sure you have a good one, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right, all right.